This is Michael's second TCR championship. He won in 2019 with Brian Sport with Mark Wilkins. First for Taylor Hagler. Taylor becomes the first female driver to win a championship in the Michelin Pilot Challenge. So, great kudos all the way around. Talk about, Michael, we'll start with you. Talk about what it means to win that second championship.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, I have memories just being in this room like 2 years ago and just being really stoked, and I feel the same thing here with Taylor. So it means a lot. I guess that's the only thing I can say. I don't really know the dictionary too well to come up with other cooler words, but it's so great. Brian Sport gave us such a great car. Hyundai was really putting a great effort for Taylor and I to get us up front, and we were out here almost going for the win. So just to be always in contention means a lot, and to get another one, I never really thought I'd be here, and here we are, and paired up with Taylor. It's a great combo.
Talking about the consistency of the team, you only had the one race win, but you were consistently up there near the front, and that's what won you the championship.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency. That's the name of the game. When we started, we just did the best we could. That's a fifth place, first obviously, whatever it was, and that ended up being how we won the championship. I don't know what our average finish was, probably about P5 or something. So that's how you get it done. Obviously, we want to win more. We both want to win every race. But just maximizing every opportunity and not making really any mistakes is how we do it.
All right, Taylor, if you can talk about this accomplishment of being the first women champion in this series.
Yeah, being the first female champion in the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge is kind of a little overwhelming. I feel like there's going to be a lot of media and a lot of pressure that comes with that. I know just growing up, I watched Christina Nielsen and Catherine Legg, who Christina is the first IMSA champion as a female. So looking up to her, I kind of know how I felt about her, and knowing that other women are probably going to feel that way about me kind of adds a little bit of pressure for me, I think. But I mean, it's an honor to be up there with the ranks of those drivers that I've always watched, and I'm ready to do it again next year.
Absolutely. And I know coming into this week, and some of the stuff we read, talked about how coming into this season, you were just kind of going to try to get yourself acclimated with the team and stuff. That this wasn't necessarily an expectation for you, was it?
No, this definitely was not an expectation for me or really the team, I don't think.
So what do you think? Was there a key point in the season or a turning point where you thought, well, hey, we can do this?
I think the turning point in the season was probably going to be Lime Rock, which was our first win. I think that kind of proved that the car was capable of doing it, and I was capable of doing it, and me and Michael as a team were capable of doing it, and that kind of, I think that one itself extended our lead, and it kind of was mid-season, extended the lead, and kind of showed this is doable. All we have to do is be consistent and continue being on the podium, and it's there.
And Michael, maybe since you've been with the team for 2 years, you can address, working with this team, and Hyundai, and just the effort that's put in behind the scenes by everybody. It's got to just build confidence in what they've done. Hyundai won the manufacturers championship yet again this year.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, having Hyundai win the manufacturers championship, having us, be the drivers, that's a bonus, and, Brian heard that name is synonymous with winning, and we love being on his team, and I'd say a word to describe our season and this team is perfection. They have so many people at the shop, a huge shop, depending on these cars, and, it's really incredible. It's almost like we're an IndyCar team, basically. But in TCR. So the cars, are 4 cylinders. They're not going 200 miles an hour, but our whole team is making them perfect, so we can go really fast and set them up really well. So I don't know. This is just the coolest thing. I wish we had a party in here to celebrate and have a good time. And I'm really happy with Taylor, and I'm really stoked that she can be a role model for a lot of ladies out there to come up here and do this.
You get your chance to celebrate tonight at the awards day.
Yes,
All right, any questions out there for Michael or Taylor?
Michael, Phil Allen with Chris. Just got to ask, the last couple of laps of this race were just brilliant. Can you describe what was going on in your background?
Yeah, thank you, Phil. So the second half of the race was pretty crazy. Taylor had a pretty crazy first stint with all the yellows and craziness in that. Our run at the end was a good run. It was just really close racing. The Alpha was very quick on the straights, and I couldn't really manage to get it. So my teammate behind, or in the manufacturers, Cal Maxton, had better tires than I did. So I basically let him by and see if he could get to the win and try to get Hyundai a win. Also, it would probably slow up the Alpha to me, maybe I'd get second. So we kind of played teamwork game there, and then on the last lap, it kind of all went out the window. and Tyler Maxson went for the lead. He actually had it for a second. They got in a battle, and from that moment, like P1 through 5 were just on top of each other going to the last corner, and I just chose to brake as late as possible, which didn't end up being the best move. I tried to get second, ended up 5th, but it's close racing, and we were going for it, trying to get the win. Honestly, that was just very hard racing, and good performance in all the tires, and this series really provides close racing.
Jen, did you have a question?
Taylor, you said you didn't expect this season. It was a little bit of a surprise. Why did you not have higher expectations for you and Michael?
I don't really think it's that I didn't have higher expectations for Michael. I think just really, I'm pretty new to this. This is only my 4th year in racing at all, 3rd year pro. So coming off of last year, which we really didn't have a great year last year with the manufacturer that I was with, and then moving into a completely different car with a completely different team, new manufacturer and everything, I think really the expectation was just get used to the team, get used to the car, get used to my co-driver, and just try and continue to progress this year. So I was going to be like the best I could possibly be for the next year to go for the championship next year. So it was really it was supposed to just be really a learning year.
And Michael, what did you think? And what did you think of the job she did?
Yeah, so she did an excellent job. She's a champion, so that's it. She put in all the hard work to prepare for these races. On track, did her job, basically no mistakes. Made it happen. Saved us a lot of fuel and brakes, so I could, jump a bunch of people in the pits. Had really good brakes to make passes. So excellent job, Taylor. And I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, really excellent job. And I wanted to say this one thing, I forgot what it was. Sorry. But yeah, it's pretty incredible to be here. And the expectation thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of those things like our team can do it, and we have the package to do it. But even me, like I went with Mark Wilkins here in that season. Same thing here. I don't set expectations. I know that's kind of weird or whatever, but it's better for me at least. I operate the best with being most calm, I can. So kind of her having no expectations, the same thing with me. We just do the best we can. Kind of like golf, we play the course and don't worry about anything else. And I think that's how we're able to really get a lot of points this year.
That'll do it. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you. Thank you very much.